Hi everybody, welcome back to See Today Business. Still with me, Indra Marpong. Let's take a look at the market recap from the US. Now, the Wall Street closed sharply higher as US economic data showed decreasing inflation and a weakening job market, triggering optimism that the Fed may be approaching the end of its aggressive interest rate hike cycle. On Thursday, the Dow closed up some 338 points or 1.14% at 34,029. The S&P 500 rose some 54 points or 1.33% to 4,146, and Nasdaq increased some 236 points or 1.99% to 12,166. Now moving home to Indonesia, the Indonesian Stock Exchange closed in the red zones on Thursday trading. The IDX fell 13.36 points or 0.20% to the level of 67.85. The total volume of stocks trading on the Bursa Efek Indonesia on Thursday reached 17.43 billion with a transaction value of 9.63 trillion rupiah. Foreign investors recorded a net buy of 882.35 billion rupiah across the market. Now, according to the Federal Reserve document released on Wednesday, the fallout from the US banking crisis is likely to tilt the economy into recession later this year. For more on the market, we're joined by our very own market analyst from Sukor Sekuritas. I would like to welcome Daniel Wiguna. Thank you for being on the program again.
Yes, good morning, Indra.
So it seems like it's a slow market, but there's a lot of happening. Like
yes,
it changed.
A lot of global and domestic event.
Right.
Right now, we are looking to every eye looking to the Fed.
Yes.
What will happen next? We are waiting for the next FOMC meetings. Will they really raising the fund rates only for the last time until they do the pivot, until they cut rates? So what you say is quite right about the recession that might be happen later this year, but I think it would be happening quite faster than
the end of next
year.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So let's start with the inflation. Are we seeing the end of inflation? What's happening with that?
So we look at the consumer price index in the U.S. also with the producer price index in the U.S. Both of the numbers show that the percentage of the inflation, as we can see on the data, is getting lower and lower.
Right.
Yeah. So this is more than we expect because the market expect the number of U.S. inflation would be around 5.3%, but what going on is around 5% on March. So this signals everyone, the big investors, the global investor, even the bankers, to take a look about what will the Fed do next. So everyone projecting that the Fed will cut rate even sooner, and this will make some turbulence in their financial or banking sectors, because the profitability rate in their banking sectors will just go lower than before, and this is what we so-called the credit event might come even sooner. Recession might come even sooner this year, not in 2024, not in the end of 2023, but might be in the third quarter, maybe the third quarter.
So explain to us a little bit. So what exactly gonna happen to the banking once they actually lower the rate?
Yeah, because banking mostly got profit by margin,
right?
From rates, from the rates that the Fed used to control. So when they have higher rates, the banks will get more profit margin. So when the Fed signals to lower down the the banking rates, the interest rate, then their profitability rate will go also slower, and it will make the banking business not quite interesting for investor to invest.
Okay, but what does that mean for the customer themselves? Is it still safe to put money? Because that's been the question.
Sure. About that, we afraid. Most of the investor afraid about the credit crunch will happen, and also the we called it like, yeah, we're afraid that the recession will happen, and also the credit event will happen, same like the SVB
Right.
yeah, case that happening like few months ago. But I think that would not be the main problem. The main problem, if the Fed lowering down their rates, all of the investor will go out from the US. They will find another country, more resilient country, to put their money on. Because if the interest rate, the banking rate got lower, also their like treasury rate also will get lower. So yeah, this is what will happen. People or maybe the investor will see that US is not, or the Europe that might got influenced by that, will not be like the most profitable country to put their capital on. Yeah, that's what will happen.
So what country is Indonesia gonna?
Oh, this is the Fed fund rate. That this is the last data on March, where the FOMC, the Atlanta Fed, said that they might choose to raise up their interest rate for the last time for 4.75 to 5%, and after then they might do the cutting rates.
Rates. So we might still gonna see another hike one more time before we actually gonna see lower
in this level. So, but the funny thing is, on January this year, the CEO of JP Morgan said that US might raise their interest rate to 6%. 6% happens on around like 2000, year 2000, 2001. If they don't do that, they might raise it to the level in the year of 2007. It's around 5.25 or 5.5%. So, but I think this won't happen, because the economy situation now is quite different. There is a credit event that we don't expect happening. So I think they might lowering down their interest rate even sooner.
So does that mean people are gonna start borrowing money again from the banks with the lower rates?
Yeah, they might like not like rushing to take their money, no, but they might like just move it to another investment portfolio.
Okay, all right. But are we gonna see like how fast are we expecting the fund rates to go down? Like, is it gonna just go down slowly, or are we gonna?
We will confirm it by the middle of May.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like next month.
Next month, so like somewhere in Q2. Now, how does this gonna impact? Does it has an impact to Indonesia or like any other country around the region?
If they're lowering their rates, we also our Indonesian bank will also like cutting our rates also. Okay. So, but what happened in the US wouldn't happen in Indonesia, because our macroeconomy is slightly like stronger than them. Our current account data is also in a surplus condition, so everything is just fine for us. Everything is just fine. So we are the country that global investors saw it is really convenient to put our or to park our capital in our country.
Okay, so we have another graphics. Should we look at the IDX first?
Sure. Because that would be the proof. Because that would be the proof that for this whole week, a lot of investors put their monies on our market, because we can see in our inflow data we got around like 3.1 trillion rupiah inflow, foreign inflow.
Coming in this week alone?
For this week alone. Well, this is like anomaly, because we see at the chart, at the last chart, bar chart, we see there is a red candle. That signs that our market just got slightly corrected, but there is a big capital inflow coming in. It means they are the one who buy. They see our market is got slightly undervalued, so that's why they buy when the market is correct.
So let's see a couple of this. So we see a sharp down on the red candle right there. So this just corrections of the market. It's not people actually selling their stuff.
This like long red candle happens when the SVB events like happen.
So everybody
so everybody like just got like a panic
Panic
selling
for-
situation.
right.
And after then, you see, after 3 candles, they like buying with a very large volume, as
Right.
you can see.
So,
Yeah.
but throughout, it looks like we're still going on a downtrend unless we're gonna.
Yes.
Are we looking to break the 69?
So this is
6900
our
points?
for this year. This is our major resistance on 69.41,
Yes.
and this is our major support on 65.64. So what will happen? We project that if our index go lower than 6,700,
Okay.
they might go to
Downturn.
near, yeah.
Okay, so-
they might go near to our major support level. So yeah,
Oh, okay.
the level that we need to see is 6,700. Now we are on 67.85.
Okay.
But we are still on a downtrend situation because we have like a long market weekend that would happening next week on the following week.
All right,
Next
so-
week we only like trade for 2 days, and
Right.
the following weeks on
So for those of you who's not familiar with what's going on in Indonesia, the Eid is coming. So we have a big holiday starting Wednesday on the 19th. So the market's gonna be closed from the 19th until the 25th. So we're gonna start the market's not even gonna start trading again until the 26th.
26th.
Right. So it is almost like a week. Like that's
we will see like what I so-called lonely market
a
situation.
lonely market situation.
Because not a lot of investors will, big investors would invest. They will wait and see first what will happen until the end of April, and maybe they will go in again in the first week of May. On the second May or the 3rd May, they will, like consider to invest.
Now that's interesting that you mentioned that, but this week we actually seen a big number from foreign investors. They actually
Yes.
purchasing. We can see right here like Bank Rakyat Indonesia,
Yes.
BCA, BNI, including
This is-
Telkom, the
yeah,
parent company for
This
C
is the
today.
activity of the foreign investor. Well, when our market got corrected and they see like this, all of these stocks is big capital stocks. Yeah, this is where they will park their money because it would be safer than the medium and the tiny cap stocks. So
Okay.
they saw like some of these stocks got undervalued because last week there is some like credit event,
Yes.
some turbulence on the market, and some Indonesian investor or domestic investor look at our potential of long weekend, and the market usually like got corrected during the weekend. So when our domestic investor sell, the global investor, the foreign investor will buy our big cap stocks such as like Bank BRI, Bank BCA, Telkom Indonesia, BNI, and also Antam, because they see that these stocks is already like got sideways for quite a long time. So I think it is a good time for them to buy. Meanwhile, we see like tech stocks still got like huge correction, double digit, almost like 15%,
yes, 15%.
or only for 1 week. So this raised a lot of question. When will our Indonesian bank lower the interest rate? Because a lower interest rate signals a good operation cost for tech company, because usually tech company operate with a lot of debt, obligation to pay debt. So when the bank rates got higher, they should pay more to their obligation, to their debt, of course. So when the bank rates got lower, so yeah, they
So,
got like,
are you saying, let's jump back a little bit to the US. Is that why, like NASDAQ, we almost see like a 2% jump, and like
2% jump,
in
yeah.
one day it's like 1.99%?
Yeah.
Is that what's happening? Are we seeing like Amazon and Facebook, are they the one that impacted by this inflation?
If we look at the fundamental situation of the big tech company, such thing like interest rate doesn't like influence a lot of their books, of their financial situation,
Okay.
because they don't have debts already. Company like FANG, we called it FANG, Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, and
Okay.
Google, they don't have a lot of debt, so
Okay.
they don't have obligation to pay a lot of debt. So interest rate event will not
Affect the-
influence, or affect their company. But other tech company might do,
Oh,
because they
okay.
still have like a huge debt.
So we're talking about like startups who still
Yes,
trying to
yeah.
get the market, trying to get the markets, and they still have a lot of loan steps and everything. Well, Daniel, thank you so much for being here this morning. So it's gonna be a long weekend, so I'm probably gonna see you next week for time being, because
Sure.
market's gonna be very, very slow, like we mentioned earlier. It's gonna be it. Well, with that, I would like to say thank you. All right, we're gonna go for another break. And next, Paul and Rasha will be back with Salam Ramadan here on the C Morning Show. So stay here on C Today.